how to cultivate love, peace, and joy in a world that has a habit to irritate us and to trigger us every 5 minutes. And also what I would like to add into this mix is that I'm also going to be addressing how to set boundaries to protect our peace, joy, and tranquility. So how to cultivate love, peace, and joy within our hearts, firstly, in a world that is designed to trigger us, to test us, and to push us to our limits, really, sometimes. The first thing that we need to recognize when we are dealing with this challenge is to remind ourselves that there is only one true energy in existence. And that energy is the energy of source consciousness. And the energy of source consciousness, of the creator, of the beloved, is the energy of love, joy, peace, forgiveness, acceptance, etc. There is no judging in that energy. Sometimes in this world, we're going to come across people who are not centered, who are living from the world of illusions. And if you look at the world at the moment, majority of people are living their reality from place of illusions. So let's say there are 7 billions of us on this planet. Out of those 7 billions, probably 99.9% of people are living life from their own reality. So everyone, almost everyone, has their own reality. But you see, the reality is only one. There cannot be 7 billion realities. There are 7 billion perceptions. And due to our conditioning, and the whole world is conditioned. If the whole world is conditioned, then every single human is conditioned too. And once we are a little bit destabilized, and once our nervous system starts to tighten and wonder, are we actually safe? For us to be able to cultivate joy, love, and peace is to distinguish clearly between true reality, true energy, source energy, and all other realities that we are exposed to. The way to do that is to remove ourselves from the situation and look at the situation that we are in from higher perspective. So we are not in it, so to speak. We are not consumed by it. Because once we become consumed by it, once we become consumed by other people and how they view the world, once we become consumed by their reality or our illusions or their illusions, we become very narrow-minded. We don't have a wide view of the situation that we are exposed to. But by stepping into higher dimensions of being, into a higher self or maybe even beyond, we'll be able to see the situation for what it really is. And we'll be able to distinguish really quickly what kind of energies are at play and what is the true energy and what is the energy of illusions. So if someone comes and you get triggered, it's a perfect, wonderful opportunity for you to practice the role of the observer and also to practice your energies and how to play with your energies. Because you see, if we become triggered by other people, by their words, actions, that means that within us there is a wall or an energetic block that bounces back, really, that energy, reflects that energy, and then it's reflected back to us, which is really funny to observe. And it's really good for us to take this beautiful opportunity that was given to us, because once we get triggered, it is a gift for us to look within, into that wall, into that mirror, and see how can we dismantle it. So once the same trigger comes towards us, it's not bouncing back. It flows through us. That means, and that is a clear sign that trigger doesn't have power or control over us any longer. We become a translucent body. So for us to cultivate love, joy, and peace when trigger comes is not to fight it, not to get angry about it, but to see it as an opportunity to transmute whatever is within us. So when the next trigger comes, it goes through us. We don't even notice it. And in that moment, that trigger is not trigger anymore, because there is no resistance within us to hold on to the trigger. And once the trigger is transmuted, we again experience love, joy, and peace, and compassion, forgiveness for that person, for ourselves, and for everything else that we are experiencing at any one time. So now I'm going to touch on boundaries. When we cultivate unconditional love for ourselves, that comes with acceptance, that comes with transmuting triggers rather than fighting them, we are naturally creating a boundary. And why is that? It's because once we start cultivating unconditional love, unconditional acceptance towards ourselves, and once we start understanding that triggers are here to be transmuted, so we can adopt translucent body, we are naturally starting to vibrate at different frequency. And that different frequency, that higher frequency, I like to call it different rather than higher, because there's no hierarchy, so to speak, in frequencies. It's just different. That translucent frequency starts to attract translucent, pure frequencies. So those triggers that used to come to your life again and again and again didn't come to annoy you, so to speak, even though probably they did annoy you. They came to teach you something essential about yourself. Trigger came to show you where you have your walls, your guard up, where you're sensitive, and to transmute it so you can live your life without any fear. So the boundary comes with self-love. Now, when I talk about boundaries, that does not mean once you start practicing love and light and translucent body and energy, that you have to be around people who are necessarily not good for you just because you see yourself as an advocate for love, joy, and peace. To practice self-love is to give yourself permission to remove yourself from any person, any situation that's not good for you. And that means to say a clear no, where no needs to be said. Now, no can be said through silence. So if someone is crossing your boundaries, is disrespecting you, is not showing up for you, silence is sometimes, most of the time, bigger energetically than a word no. You remove yourself silently, let it pass through, and you move on, knowing that you are a divine being that came from source consciousness, here to grow and expand, not to please people and not to keep or make yourself small. You are no one's toy and you are no one's property, and you deserve the best that life has to offer, and you deserve to be respected, and you deserve to experience love, joy, and peace in all areas of your life. I hope this was helpful to you, and I'm looking forward to see you next time. Namaste.